What's up, everybody? This is your boy DC Black coming to you yet again with another movie review. What's up, everybody? I know I've been back. I've been gone for a while, but I'm here again. I have returned. I took some time away. Had to took some time away. Had to, go on vacation. Had to be away from a while. Can't always be plugged into the internet. That's not healthy for you. But you saw me gaming and doing some stuff like that. I might pin some of that in the up here or something like that. Might pin some Guardian videos. You never know. But anyway, you didn't come here to hear me talk about Guardians. You came here to see me talk about Spidey. Yes. As you can see, I am here to review Spider-Man across the Spiderverse. Yes. I'm gonna just let you know right now. This is the best Spider-Man. This is the best Spider-Man movie, bar none. Okay. Some of you guys might check the record and be like, "Wait, didn't you say that about No Way Home?" I'm gonna be honest with you. This definitely beats No Way Home. Let me just get this. The music, okay, the colors. If Sony Animation can keep this up, they might beat Pixar. Okay, the way they made color mean something. Let's just back up. Let me just back up. Okay, this movie. This movie is a sequel to, as you know, Into the Spider-Verse. All right, and we know this is part one of this story. Okay, this movie was pitched as part one. Okay, and this is following up that story of them introducing the Spider-Verse and this whole idea of the multiverse and Sony's little playground that they are doing. And what we're seeing, and this is going to be a spoiler-free review, by the way. What we're seeing here is this is about basically. This story starts us off with this story actually starts us off a little bit different than the first one. Actually, it gives us a peek into the multiverse instead of us seeing it from Miles's universe. We're seeing it actually through the eyes of the multiverse. And we're seeing this, Miles is kind of doing his thing, and then something happens. And I'm not going to give spoilers of what's going on, but let's just say this is a continuation of the multiverse being broken. And I love the fact that they're actually tying this into the MCU. There's also some ties into the MCU as well of what's happening, which kind of begs the question also, are they going to kind of tie into the events of the incursions and what Kang is doing? I'm kind of interested in are they going to do that? Or at least nod to the fact that maybe what Kang is doing has something to do with one of the universes, at the very least, that a Spider-Man is in. But anyway, some stuff happens, and we're introduced to Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hare, who you saw as a post-credit scene into the Spider-Verse, the first one, and we get to see him in this movie. We're introduced to his character because he goes into, they call her Spider-Woman, but I'm going to be calling her in this movie Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider. I may use those interchangeably because they actually introduce us to Jessica Drew. Even though they make her black in this movie, I don't necessarily understand it because she's not actually black in the comic books. But they kind of race swap her. Whatever. I don't personally care about that. I kind of do care, but whatever. Anyway, but they made her pregnant. They made her pregnant in this. That's not a spoiler. You clearly saw it, even on the poster. You can clearly see she's on a motorcycle and she's pregnant. Which I don't actually, by the way, know how you ride on a motorcycle when you're pregnant. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, you see her in Spider Gwen's world, um, and they go on this adventure, and there's this mystery because Miguel is trying to fix the mistakes of what happened in the first one. Uh, because there's something kind of going on where um, everything kind of wasn't tied up into a neat little bow as we all initially thought. But, and I'll kind of leave the story with that because there's some other things that go on. Everything isn't as it seems. And let's just say, you keep your friends ain't kind of, your friends kind of not always on the up and up necessarily as you might think they are. But anyway, this movie, oh my gosh, this movie is so good. The animation, so with the first spider you introduced to in this movie, I'm not gonna tell you who the first spider is. They use color is so important in this movie. They use color so important in this movie because they use color to tell the story. There's an idea of color theory. I'm not gonna go super deep into color theory, but it's the idea that color theory and color therapy is so they use color theory and to tell the story, and they use color therapy as well, but color theory more so with this movie. And the color theory is just the idea that different colors is more meaningful to different things, as well as more each color is complementary to another one. Basically, is a very color theory is there's a more in-depth definition to color theory, but that is a very, very dumbed down definition to color theory. But they used color to tell and push the narrative, and my gosh, how this movie opens with color. Oh, and the pastel colors. If you are an artist and you watch this movie, oh, this is so beautiful. This movie is beautiful to the eyes. I would recommend don't be cheap and watch this on no standard screen. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be cheap. If you don't have the money, I understand, but don't do that. Don't play yourself and watch this on no cheapo screen. Don't do that. Go watch this on either an IMAX. Go watch this on an IMAX screen, EMAX, Super EMAX, whatever screen best screen in your local theater you got, because man, this is a beautiful film. They really, really, really did a number on how beautiful they pushed this thing to the moon. If they keep with these movies, like I said, they could give Pixar a run for their money if Sony Animation really do they due diligence of really pushing their animation and taking their time with their animation. I could really see them being the next Pixar, because man, they animation was spot on. Even with all the different Spider people, every single Spider person was animated differently. Even the one that was more comic booky, you could see the lines on the Spider person that was more comic booky. They had one from one of the Spider person people that was from the cartoon. That was from one of the Spider-Man cartoons. You could see that it looked like they grabbed him from that cartoon, put him in the movie, and made him look like he was in 4K. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I haven't even got to the music yet. The voice acting from this Haley Steinfeld for Spider-Gwen. Oh my gosh. Uh, Dude, oh my gosh. I think Daniel Kaluuya did the voice acting for one of the other Spider people, Spider Punk. Beautiful acting on his part. Issa Rae for Jessica Drew. Oscar Isaac did a phenomenal job as Miguel O'Hare, Spider-Man 2099. Everybody that voice acted in this, flowers on flowers on flowers. Fantastic voice acting for everybody. I can't. I always forget that my man's name that voices. That voices. Miles Morales, but yes, his voice acting fantastic. Everybody in this movie from the top down, everybody's voice acting is fantastic. I love their voice acting. But let I the even once you get to the end, the climax of the movie, even the cliffhanger. Oh my gosh! Let me just tell you guys this. I think I know where they're kind of leading, where they leave the movie off at, and the introduction of the idea of the Web Warriors. I'm excited for because I think we're getting this idea of the because they're introduced because we're still getting the Madam Web movie. We're gonna still get the Craven movie. I think they're gonna give us the live action Miles Morales movie, and I think in this movie they've already given us the seeds for that. This was hands down the best, like I said, best Spider-Man movie, bar none. Period. They knocked it out the park with this. For me, this is already A+ film. But let's talk about the music. I'm telling you guys right now, if you download the soundtrack and the Metro Bloom is the person that produced the album that did the album, not the soundtrack, but the album and some of the songs that go along with the movie. I'm telling you right now, there's hitters on the movie. There's probably about 80% of the song, 80% of the album is hitters. Okay, and then when you pair it up with the movie, oh my gosh, hitters. Okay, the soundtrack on the of this film of the movie is fire. Okay, I downloaded the whole soundtrack because I could just listen to the whole soundtrack without skipping, because it's fantastic. And like I said, this whole film top down, like, just fantastic. Even had me cry at one point because there was one scene particularly with him and his mom, with Miles and his mom. It got me. I was like, oh no. Oh no, you gonna hit me. Oh, you got me. It was one scene in particular with him and his mom. I was like, oh, you got me. You definitely did it. But because I don't want this review to be too long, but yeah, this is a fantastic movie. I can't wait to see the next one. They didn't really do any mid credit or post credit scenes, but to let you know what the title of the next movie is. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is. I'm really hyped about the summer movie season because so far we've gotten nothing but hitters. Fast X, fire film, 10 out of 10. I know I didn't do a review for that. My bad. At least you know how I feel about it now. 10 out of 10. That movie was fire. You should go check it out. This movie, 10 out of 10. You need to go watch that. Fire movie. My prediction for Transformers, that movie's probably going to be pretty good. I'm not expecting that movie to be 10 out of 10. Probably about a 7 or an 8. My expectations for Transformers movies are like rock bottom. I'm dead like bottom of the barrel. So if I keep my expectations for Transformer movies very low, so I can't be disappointed. At so if I come back and say it's a 10 out of 10, you know that movie has to be fire. Because at this point, I don't. I can't be disappointed. I can't be hyped for Transformer movies no more. I've been broken too many times. But yeah, go see Spider-Man. I'm planning on going to see it at least one more time, if not two more times. Cause just to listen to the music alone, okay. I also love like just the culture of seeing. Uh, I also love and appreciate the seeing a black Latina family together. Uh, Seeing his mom, Miles' mom and dad together on screen, and it's a happy home, and Miles is a thriving male, uh and he's a hero, hero. I appreciate that. um just just as a, we don't have a lot of, they don't show, as a, black male, we don't have a lot of heroes, black heroes, you know uh movies or TV shows, and to have this and to have it thriving, and to show his parents, and they're happy, and it's both of them in the house, even though his father's black and his mother's Latina. I think she's from Puerto Rico. um to see both of them though, and they're happy in the home, and they're from though they're from Brooklyn, um, to see them both happy in their home, I think that's awesome, and to have that represented, and I wish more filmmakers would represent that, both on TV and film. They will represent that more black superheroes, more in both film and TV. That we could get some more black superheroes, because there's a lot of good black superheroes. Uh, I wish we could get more of that. But go see this movie. Go check this out. Can't say anything more about it. Go listen to that soundtrack. Self Love is a fire song. Go listen to it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 movie, man. I love this movie. This is spoiler free. I could talk about some more of this. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do a spoiler movie review. Maybe if I go see it again, I might do another one. But other than that, drop a comment down below if you watched it. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, I will see you when I see you. Peace.